I mean, if I had my way, I'd write a little more minor sounding vocals, but I have to write to what the guitars are writing. So I just don't want to be typical. I don't want to be cheesy sounding. I think we skirt that line. We're a bit cheesy, but then we're not. It's kind of the Killswitch signature. Cheesy, but kind of not. When writing Incarnate, yeah, I definitely kind of lost my mind a little bit. It has happened before, but not quite to the extent that it did with Incarnate, where I was, up late at night, losing sleep, writing, rewriting stuff, reading what I wrote, not satisfied with it. Staying up in Western Massachusetts, where Adam does all the recording at his house he used to have. So I was out in the middle of the woods, which is nice. So on days where I wasn't feeling it, I would just go way out into the woods and sort of find my words. So yeah, I kind of drove myself into a bit of a downward spiral. But in retrospect, it created what I think is a pretty great record, so no regrets. But my wife might have a different opinion. The writing of all the guys, they all stepped up their game and just kind of pushed it in, I think, a more interesting direction. Definitely challenging for me, too. It's nice because even though the songs are still short and sort of the style that Killswitch writes in, which is fairly, cut and dry, there's a few where it actually switches it up and doesn't have to stick to that format, which I'm looking forward to doing more of that kind of stuff. It's nice. I love songs that have a good chorus, have a good verse and a bridge and all that. You can sing along, good old punk rock style. But I'm glad that these guys are starting to switch it up musically and add a little more technicality. And I think we really kind of hit our stride with this one. It feels like we pushed ourselves a little bit to go in a slightly different direction here and there. Because I don't want to stray too far from where they were, but I didn't want to have it sound like the self-titled record either. So I tried to mix in what I thought people would like about what Howard did and what I could bring to the table. So this one is kind of like, okay, now you've heard that one, now we're going to push that direction a little bit. And Define Love to me was sort of just my response to where the world is right now. And the fact that anybody would spend any amount of time judging somebody else for loving somebody else, whether, that's homosexuality, lesbian, cross-gender, whatever, it doesn't even matter. The fact that anyone in this day and age with the problems that we have in this world would focus on that and tell somebody who they can and can't love, to me, is just absolutely mind-blowing. So that's kind of my response to that. And hopefully that's going to make a digital release soon, because it just came out on the record, and you could download it through the record, but I think we're going to actually get it out on digital sources as well. I think it's an important song. It needs to be heard. I think the humor is a part of who we are, and our merchandise and the way Adam is on stage. It just makes it more lighthearted. People have more fun. It doesn't have to be serious, metal band all the time, which is great. I had to learn that, honestly, coming back in, because was a fairly serious person with my music. And now I actually laugh on stage and have fun. And that's great. I think it's nice. It makes you enjoy it, especially when you're doing the shows day after day after day. If you find yourself laughing on stage, it really